Hey there, it's Christina Amos, owner of Infinite Energy Solutions. And the solution I want to share with you today is the best solution that I've come up with thus far for how to handle the simulator assessment checklists. So I travel a lot and I don't always teach in facilities where I even have access to a printer. So printer can be a real hassle. So even when whether I'm teaching online or even when I'm teaching in person, I just keep the checklist on my computer and I do everything on the computer. I do not print out checklists and graphs. So this is the best method I've come up with for that so that it's easy for me to sign the checklist, so that's easy for the student to sign the checklists, whether they're with me in person or across the pond online. And it also makes it easier when it's time to combine all the PDFs into one document to send admin. So let me show you what I do. Hopefully it helps. So I'm going to open up a checklist and walk through what I do. Now I use the same method whether I'm teaching in person or whether I'm teaching a virtual class online. So let's say that we run our assessments, everybody's done, I have all the checklists ready to go. I have Adobe Acrobat Pro DC, so it's super easy for me. I do have that advantage. I got in on the lifetime membership before they started requiring the monthly subscription. So anyway, I've made this fillable, and for me, it would be really easy to go ahead and just add my signature here. However, if I'm teaching a class in person, the students are not going to be able to put their signature, on my computer. And the issue is that I travel a lot and I don't always work in facilities that give me access to a printer. So just to make things simple, keep it simpler, I just keep everything on my computer. And that, the less I need to print, the better and faster it's going to be for me. And, I'd have the same problem. Even when I'm teaching a class virtually, I could go ahead and sign this and send it to the students, and they could sign the form and send it back to me. But I would still have a problem because when it comes time to combine, all the checklists, they tend to get overwritten. Ask me how I know. I had to learn the hard way. So, yeah, I've done it before where I combined all the checklists together and they all had like the same name, same score on them. So that happens because of me making this fillable. That's the issue. But never fear, the solution is here. So, this is what we're going to do. So, as long as you have like Windows, Microsoft computer, this is going to work for you. You don't need to pay for any software. This is completely free. Just right click on the file, open with the Microsoft Edge browser, and just click draw, and then you can add your signature. So this is also a great solution for your students. Let's say you tell you email the form to your student and say they need to sign their checklist in the graph, and they tell you that they don't have a way to do a digital signature. You can just teach them this trick, right? Just teach them how to right click, open the document with Microsoft Edge, and sign. So it's a good solution for everybody all around. However, I'm going to go ahead and erase that because this is not, I'll just get out of it. This is not what we want to do first. Because why? Remember, I made this a fillable document. So we're still going to run into the same problem that when we combine all the documents most of them are going to get overwritten. So we're not going to do that yet. So that's how not to do it. Now let's see how we need to do it. Right click the document, open with Microsoft Edge. And what we're going to do now is flatten the PDF. I'm going to do this by clicking the printer icon. I'm not going to literally print it, but I'm just going to print to PDF. and replace it. But notice, I haven't changed anything at all. All I've done is this. Notice when I open the file now, see, can't change it anymore, right? So that's the importance of flattening the PDF. Now it's a document, and when you combine all the documents together, nothing's going to get overwritten. Okay. So I'm going to open with Microsoft Edge. See? It's flattened. Now I'm going to sign. So again, if I were teaching in person, then I would just call Derek Derrickman and have him sign his name. So for me, it's easy because I have a Surface Pro, which has touch screen, and I have a pen that comes with it, a stylus. So if you have something like that, that's going to be the easiest way to handle it. Just give the student your pen or stylus, have them sign, done. Save it, and voila. Now, if you are teaching a virtual course, then of course, after you sign, you'd email it to them, they'd sign and send it back to you. Now, when we combine all these documents together, they're not going to overwrite each other. So hopefully that helps. That's the best solution I've come up with. It, again, kills like three birds with one stone. It helps the people who don't have, an advanced version of Adobe and they don't have a way to do digital signature. This is a fast, free solution. And it also prevents you having to print if you're at a facility where you don't even have access to a printer, or it's a hassle to get somebody to print anything for you. And the third advantage being that when you combine all the files together, they're not going to overwrite each other. And you actually have a signed checklist for each person and nothing gets merged. That's all I have for you today. Let me know what other tips and tricks that you might need.